Okay. 3.4, we have product to sum and sum to product formulas. And here are your formulas. If you have sin A, sin B multiplied together and you want to change it over to a product and from a product to a sum, here's the formula you would use. And here's the cosine, and sine times cosine, and cosine times sine. So we have these that we're going to be using from. Let's look at the first example. The first example says to express the product as a sum or difference. And it's the sine of 5x times the sine of 2x. So I'm going to go back to my formula sheet. I'm going to use this formula. The sine of alpha times the sine of beta is equal to 1/2 times the cosine of alpha minus beta minus the cosine of alpha plus beta. Of course, alpha is 5x and beta is 2x. So we're going to plug this in. The sine of 5x times the sine of 2x is equal to 1/2 times the cosine of 5x minus 2x minus the cosine of 5x plus 2x. So we have 1/2 times the cosine of 3x minus the cosine of 7x. Next example, ask us to express the product as a sum or difference. And we have cosine of 7x times the cosine of x. Well, we're going to go back to our formula sheet. We're going to use the formula for the cosine times the cosine, which says the cosine of alpha times the cosine of beta is equal to 1/2 times the cosine of alpha minus beta plus the cosine of alpha plus beta. Well, we're going to let alpha be 7x and beta be x, so this is 1/2 times the cosine of 7x minus x plus the cosine of 7x plus x, which is 1/2 the cosine of 6x plus the cosine of 8x. We also have sum to product formulas that go the other direction. So we're going to look at an example where we use that. It says express the sum as a product, and we're starting with sine of 7x plus the sine of 3x. Now we're going to go back and use this formula. The sine of alpha plus the sine of beta equals 2 times the sine of alpha plus beta over 2 times the cosine of alpha minus beta over 2. This being alpha, this being beta. Here we go. So we have 2 times the sine of 7x plus 3x over 2 times the cosine of 7x minus 3x over 2, which is 2 times the sine of 10x over 2, which is 5x, times the cosine of 4x over 2, which is 2x. If we have a different example where we have cosine of 3x plus cosine of 2x, then we're going to need the cosine formula, and it says the cosine of alpha plus the cosine of beta equals 2 times the cosine of alpha plus beta over 2 times the cosine of alpha minus beta over 2. This is our alpha, this is our beta. We're going to plug that in. 2 times the cosine of 3x plus 2x over 2 times the cosine of 3x minus 2x over 2. So it's 2 times the cosine of 5x over 2 times the cosine of x over 2.